Then
Oh, too many big monsters. We can't see Andy.
Oh, that's what you mean by the monster. Jesus, what? Wow.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Samurai Sundays. It's your boy. We are gonna have a couple of announcements before we get into it. I'm gonna turn it over to Andy. We have emotes, courtesy of Andy himself. Lost Haven Art was commissioned to make them. They are adorable. I'm going to go ahead and display them in chat now. I love them, and I couldn't be happier with them. Thank you so much, Andy. Fantastic job.
you're welcome.
Those are poggers.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, we have stream avatars going in the chat, so if you need a list of commands, you can put !command, and the third link on there should take you to a list of commands. If you go to the panel below it, you can access different little bits and make yourself into whoever you want, basically. There is going to be a little bit shorter of a stream today, given that it is a holiday. And that is pretty much it on my end. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Andy.
Cool. Well, one thing that people might notice is we are unfortunately a samurai short. Valiant has very graciously bowed out of the game, and that's fair. It's nothing to do with the players or the game itself, just how he feels about online sessions not being his thing. So,
Oh.
in the future, we may be looking for someone to go back into that fifth ring. Please be a Shugenja if anybody is interested. We need some magic up in this party. I don't think I have anything else to announce apart from that in relation to the game. So it is going to be a recap. So, in the previous session, we'll make this quick. You guys were met at the dock by a group of Ronin who took you to see the administrator of the city. They took you to a unusual tea house to meet the administrator of the city, a man called Doji Kaito. There were some pleasantries to begin with. Someone took offense to one of the Ronin that came to collect you and challenged them to a duel, and
I wonder who that was.
very promptly removed their head. Someone else got a bit frustrated by Kaito dancing around business and tried to being the awkward here, subtly remove his wakizashi from its sheath. Yeah, it didn't work. You got caught by Kaito and his former crab bodyguard, and a fight broke out. A very dangerous fight where none of you had access to your katanas. Kurokami managed to get his pretty quickly because of the wolf companion. Went and fetched it for him like a good dog. Everyone else is handicapped in that situation. Shibashiru was almost cut down within seconds of the fight breaking out, but fate intervened and saved his life. Oh, which does bring out that we have channel point usages for L5R. Pretty much everything is 1,000 points. You pretty much does what a void point would do for the players. Or NPCs if you're feeling particularly mean or nasty, or you don't like anybody on the panel of players.
Oh no.
You can vent your frustrations out on them. But that's the key point where we ended off. Mid-fight, the door to the tea house brothel flew open. A powerful voice interrupted the fight, demanding that everybody cease what they were doing. and you all seen the sight of an elderly crane samurai standing in the doorway with two fully armored Daidoji bodyguards to either side of him. His son Kaito was the first to sort of drop to his knees, and that is where we sort of ended the session. You have now met the true Lord of the city.
So I'm sure I look awkward straddling this fucking crab Ronin, just stabbing him, and I just like. Just slowly pull myself up. Just brush off.
Kuro is just gonna like dust off his shoulders like, I sure did not just toss that extreme strong martial artist with a flick of my wrist. I was not calling him lighter than rice. I am quite confused. But Kuro, he's still battle hungry, so he's like, we're fighting. You guys look heavily armored. I can swing with you too. I just threw this one.
Okay. Someone's still ready to go. Kisho, you're not ready. You're not willing to go toe-to-toe with some fully armored samurai, are you?
No, Kisho stands up and he looks and very obviously sidesteps the guards, sidesteps the older gentleman, and just has the Tanto in hand, but also still has the symbol in hand, and just looks to him, and you see him bow.
Okay.
Yeah, I put my wakizashi away and take my mask off. And straighten out. Go rigid.
Blood still soaking out.
Yep.
Kurokami, what are you doing in the presence?
I'm following etiquette. Despite the fact that I might be kind of... I don't think that Kurokami would be the type to shake violently with rage, but it's kind of boiling beneath the surface. He's quite upset about how this individual is disgracing Crane Clan with his rousing.
There's a few things there that are dishonourable, but yeah, that's one of them. The elderly man, or the older Crane who is now in the doorway, sort of scans the room before slowly stepping foot into the establishment properly. Apologies, Emerald Magistrate. My son has done you all a great disservice by meeting you in such an establishment. And I can only apologise that my own aids and assistants were not quicker to receiving you into my good company. Let us leave this establishment.
I call Shinigami to my side and make across the room to the true lord, but not before saying, "This isn't over," to my wounded cousin.
He sort of just kind of smirks at you, and it's like there's like a viciousness beneath it.
Kisho.
Do I see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kuro is just gonna slowly walk by and just like he'll crack his whole, like he'll roll his shoulders very slowly, just like cracking all of his shoulders, just like, cousin, you might want to get a better bodyguard, because I'm going to assume that with that weapon that you had that summoned thunder from the skies, that you're gonna soon face the thunderclap of my blade. and I'm just gonna crack my neck and just like where the weapon that I got tossed was from my comrade, so I'm just gonna hand that back over to him and just like slaughter out, looking for like the red-haired boy. That's what I'm really looking for before I leave. I'm looking for the red-haired boy.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second.
So as Kisho sees you cross the room, as he sees the look on Kirakami's face, he looks between the Elder Crane and the sun and goes, "He dishonored the Empress. He dishonored us. He dishonored your city. This will be taken care of now."
Yeah, I turn around. Matter of fact, he is right, your lord. This is a great dishonor, not just upon the interest, but upon the nation and the lineage. As a representative of the Lion Clan, we cannot have this person in the family no more. And you know how us Lion members do dishonor in the family. I look around. I'm looking around. I walk back over to pick up the katana on the ground, and I throw it at my cousin's feet. Seppuku,
I would
honor
turn,
yourself.
I would turn to watch to see what he does.
You don't commit seppuku with a katana.
Yeah, you do with a one.
This is Wakasashi.
I'm not about to throw my comrade's wakizashi.
He has his own. You have to
His
use your
own.
own.
He has his own.
Use your own,
Yeah, you
yeah.
have to use your own. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was trying to cut Kurokami up with it like 2 seconds ago.
I thought that was the turtle bodyguard that cut him up.
No.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. I got it mixed up.
No, he just shot me. He didn't stab
Yeah.
me.
No, he didn't shoot you. He hit you with a thunder cannon.
Yeah,
A weapon that summoned lightning.
not lightning. It was thunder itself. He hit me with the force of thunder through my fucking chest.
What was Kaito's last name again, or his surname?
Doji.
Forgive me, Doji-sami, for my bluntness right here, but I'm not leaving in this till this is done.
The Nakoto family demands seppuku. Honor your family.
The elderly
Dishonorable.
Doji sort of looks to the three of you that are all calling for his son's blood. All of you come to my household. Guards, make sure my son is unarmed. And his bodyguards as well.
I turn to Kisho and very softly I say, as I said, not over.
Kisho just nods to Kirakami.
I'm looking between the two of them, just like, is this political or is this physical?
See, Kisho just turns his head and goes, "This will be handled."
The two Daidoji samurai in their heavy armor, carrying yari, which are like the long spears, sort of enter the establishment and level their weapons towards Kaito and his bodyguard, and demand that they remove their daisho. You see Kaito sort of begrudgingly hand over his wakizashi. Haruma, the bodyguard, hands his over a little bit more willingly, which is odd since he is a bushi, unlike Kaito.
I want to look at Shiru and see how he's doing right now. Because he took a Wallow.
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
I'm
I look
patting
like
him
it's
on.
not as bad as it is, but it's definitely bad.
I want to pat him on his back, like, yeah, warrior scars. You'll get used to them.
I say, do you need an attendant?
I nod yes.
Can't even speak.
I don't want to open my mouth because there's blood in it.
Yeah, trying to honor my my comrade here, I would be the go-between to tell the Lord, like, my comrades and I need attention.
I will see to your needs once we arrive at my home. Apologies again for the actions of my son. If you don't mind following me.
Yep.
He sort of turns and leaves. He barely entered the building. You could tell that he wasn't really willing to fully step inside. He very quickly, for an old man, he's moving quite light on his feet through the side street that you're in. And he relaxes very visibly once you're kind of on a wider street of more that's a bit more reputable.
Yeah.
But he sort of takes you out onto the sort of main street off this alleyway, where you can see that there have been horses prepared for all of you.
When we were leaving, did we get our weapons back?
Oh yeah, you'll
Okay.
this is where Kuro, you'll see that red-headed boy sort of holding your swords out for you to take on your way out.
I pat the boy on his head and I looked at him. Child, do you want to come with me? Do you want to have a better life? One without all this struggle? I can show you battle, glory. I can help you become honorable.
The boy sort of looks up at you in shock.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out a coat and I press it into his hand. You can get more of this if you come with me now.
The old woman sort of can't really contain herself. No! That boy belongs to me. He is my property. If you wish to take him, then you can pay.
I turn to the woman. I meant no disrespect, madam. One of your age must understand how well needed young youths are. I say as I give a small bow. I see a nice fire in this child's eyes. How much? I'll give you this coal that I just pressed into this child's hand. That is more than enough for a whole year worth of rice. You know that well enough. By that time, you can find another child to take under your wing. Or as you say, gain property of.
She looks at the boy. A coal will do.
Take it to her, boy, and come back here.
She takes a coin. To some of your surprise, none of the women who work here make any great deal of noise or complaint about the idea of a group of samurai taking this child, who presumably belongs to someone that works here, like as their child.
Kuros now seems to understand this kid is a bastard child. That's the assumption that he's going to go off of. So after comes back, Kuro's going to hop on the horse and just basically like one hand up the child up onto the horse and sit him in front of him. And then I'm going to look at my companions. I do not wish to have any complaints. You
Yes.
have a dog. I have a child. I see that as a fair deal.
As you say this, Keisha looks to you very pointedly and goes, "Do not worry, there will be nothing for him to come back to here soon enough." And he says this while looking at the old lady.
And I say, wonderful. Ah,
I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, you're just like
I'm
you're,
like
you're
trying
like
to hold the blood in my mouth, just trying to like keep my composure.
Yeah, I
Armor red before? No, it wasn't.
No, it is now.
Um,
a child is a lot of responsibility, Akoto-san. Are you sure you are up
I
for
understand.
it? You have to
Sword
feed
is also
them,
a lot of
walk them,
responsibility.
water them daily.
You must bleed your sword daily, sharpen it daily, sheathe it daily, practice daily. What more is a sword than it is to a child?
a sword's more useful than a child.
I would,
Speaking
yeah.
from someone with experience.
I would say that. I would certainly say as such.
I know what I'd rather have.
Same.
Okay. Well, Eddie, if you don't mind adding dependent as a disadvantage to your character sheet.
Of what?
Oh,
A dependent.
A dependent?
him.
Okay, where I
Yep.
need to put it? In
Uh,
allies and enemies?
Disadvantages.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
Dependent.
I'm sure
I'm
he'll
gonna raise his shadow.
he'll be a good retainer. The boy's maybe about 10 or 11 years old.
10 or 11?
Yeah. So he's not like
And he has-
a small child, but like still enough that he's fairly dependent.
11-year-old red hair. Boom. I'm
I
a
keep
father now.
But yeah, the boy sort of follows along behind quietly.
Oh no! I want to pick him up and like put him put it on the horse with me.
Yes, you lift him onto the front of the horse and then kind of climb on behind. Doji Genai, the older Doji, sort of helped onto the horse by one of his assistants. But he does it with such grace and like stoicism. Clearly proud, but getting on in years. The two armored bodyguards, they sort of prod his son and bodyguard along behind you on foot. While the senior doji sort of leads you on horseback a little bit out of town towards a decent size sort of fortified house. Looks like a walled house on the sort of outskirts of the town on a hill.
They are lending us horses.
Yeah, they're lending
Okay,
you horses.
got it. Making sure I understand it.
The entire time we're like riding, I'm talking to the boy. I'm trying to get to know him, name, where he's from, who his parents are, basic information.
A name. Let's see.
If this was D&D, would this be the random gremlin we pick up?
This is the goblin. This is Boblin the goblin right here.
His name is Akira.
Ooh, how do you spell that? Akida?
Akira, Akira.
Oh, that's an awesome name. Where's his
Which means
motorcycle?
bright and clear dawn.
Put that in the Discord so I can grab that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, I fat fingered my my stream button. My bad.
But like, he doesn't. He obviously doesn't have a family name. He's not a member of a samurai clan to have a family name. Just the given name.
Do not worry, young boy. When you prove worthy, you can take up my family's name. Do not worry. You will become worthy. That is a promise.
The boy isn't very talkative. He's clearly been brought up in an environment where like it was better for him to probably not be seen or heard.
Oh, so he's probably just like freaking out. He's like,
Yep.
uh.
In his experience with samurai, the only samurai that would frequently go to a place like where he was brought up would be obviously the honourable samurai, Ronin, things like that. Probably not particularly kind individuals.
Oh, so he's like, I'm not used to the super honored type samurai.
Yeah.
This guy is weird.
Why is this guy not beating me yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's riding up at the front with the old man?
I'm probably staying towards the back because I want to talk to the child in peace.
Kisho's staying as close to Kaito and his bodyguard as he can.
Okay, so yeah, they're obviously trailing behind at the back since they're going by foot. You're not on like unicorn war horses or anything like that. You're on like Rokugani ponies, which are like the typical mount.
Yeah.
They're pretty hardy creatures, but they're not exactly the fastest. Or
they can take a nice hit. Got it.
Yeah, they're sturdy. They're good for riding and doing labor, but they're not war horses or anything. Okay, so you're at the back of the group then, like probably further back than Kuro if you're keeping your eye on Kaito and the bodyguards. Due to being injured, I'm going to assume Shiru is not at the front.
Yeah, I would try not to draw attention to myself whatsoever.
You're sort of hunched
He's
over
like
on
the
shadow.
he's like the moment I talk is the moment all this blood comes out.
Just trying to hold everything back right now.
So that leaves Kurokami at the front.
Yeah.
The old man. He sort of glances at you, motions for you to sort of pick your pace up a little bit subtly, so he can speak to you quietly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Without saying anything, I just do.
Yeah, nods his head. Apologies once again, Emerald Magistrate, for the behaviour of my son. I see by the mon that you wear upon your clothing that you are a fellow Crane Clan member of the Kikita family. May I have your name?
You may call me Kurokami.
You may refer to me as Genai. You're companions, and I understand the situation. Calling for the blood of my son. He must understand he is my only true-born child.
Oh, he's begging for his child's life. That's a good dad. I was gonna kill him too if he did it.
Yeah, I listened to him. I want to hear him out. I want to hear him make the best argument for his son's life, because I'm not convinced. I would certainly say as much.
I understand your apprehension about the whole situation, Kurokami-san. My son, being the only child, I feel that me and his mother spoiled him somewhat. I suppose some of the blame for the activity tonight must lie on my shoulders, and I can bear some of that dishonor. My son, he seems to enjoy the company of Ronan. Maybe a more suitable punishment, since I believe most of his confidence comes from the wealth that his name and title brings. If stripped from him, would provide a little more humility. I would rather. It may sound strange. Seppuku brings a degree of honor from misdeeds, but I would almost rather see my son named Ronan more than have to witness the boy bleed out on the floor of his family home.
Very harshly, Kurukami says, a courtyard makes just as good of a floor.
Ooh.
He has dishonored you, he has dishonored your family, and by extension, he has dishonored my family. Do you understand the precarious position it puts me in, especially in front of my fellow Emerald magistrates, to allow someone from my own family to get away with such heinously poor actions that make all of us feel shame? I've never been in a place like that before. I imagine that all the baths in the world cannot scrub this clean from, or this dirt from me.
That's understandable. Our family, Crane Clan, obviously holds honor and reputation quite highly.
Kuro's just looking up. Did somebody see honor? I heard honor. You guys talking about honor up there?
I say, Seppuku may provide a modicum of honor, but true honor would come from a swifter death at the hand of one truly better than him. I will extend to you the offer that I sever his cord, rather than he does it himself.
I smell
Boy was
violence.
never a fighter. I don't know if he would accept.
You are his father. Surely you can talk sense into him. I have seen Seppuku. While honor it grants, it is not pleasant.
I believe the bodyguard that he has is far more inclined to accept that fate. I'll speak to the boy once we get back to the house.
Kurukami has no more to say to him on the matter.
Bows his head and he sort of digs his knees into the horse and sort of rides off ahead of the group towards the house. The sort of assistants and stuff at the gate sort of open it for him to arrive. And you all sort of ride into this modest sort of courtyard area where you can see there's a stable off from the main house. The house itself's a couple of stories high. Presumably it has a garden and stuff in the centre, and it sort of overlooks the town.
Akira, boy, have you ever been to a place as magnificent as this? This is a very honorable home you're setting foot into. Make sure you show proper respect.
The boy just sort of wide-eyed shakes his head. I've never been far beyond the tea house.
Do not worry. I will show you the world. We'll go and have magnificent journeys together. We'll slay magnificent beasts. I promise you, the way of the Kodo is one of glory, combat, and legend. We shall have many tales scenes of us.
Beasts?
Do not be scared. When I was a boy your age, all I could think about is the combat. I understand. You're not shuddering from fear, you're shuddering from excitement. I see you two are just like me.
Yes. Excitement. Trembling. Waiting to meet you in the courtyard is an elderly woman. She has her hair sort of tightly tied back. She's wearing sort of quite not overly extravagant kimono. But you can see that she bears a sort of symbol. It's like the pattern on it is you can see is entwining lions and cranes, sort of in different positions and poses, sort of patterned over the silk of the kimono. She sort of bows her head to you as you all arrive. Husband, what trouble is Kaito got us into with the Emerald Magistrate, I wonder? He sort of quietly sort of rides past her, ignoring the question before dismounting. The woman sort of turns her face to Kurokami, who's probably the next one from the gate, and she bows her head. Presumably you're one of the Emerald Magistrate who have arrived in the city.
Yes.
Oh, I thought Kurokami was just gonna go on silent.
Sorry, I didn't realize that she was addressing me specifically. Yes.
I am Doji Kasari, formerly of the Okodo family.
Do I hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Cousin, I say as I dismounting the horse, and now I'm just gonna walk beside it as I'm leading it. Boy, get down. Show proper respect to a family member. Cousin, it is a pleasure to meet you.
The woman sort of looks at you. Emerald Magistrate or not, family or not, you address me as Lady Doji.
Kuro's eyes slowly narrow. I understand, Lady Doji. I apologize for the inconvenience and the dishonor I brought upon you. I say as I bow my head and I force the young boy's head down. We'll continue on then.
You see that unlike her husband, who he wore a wakizashi as it's expected from all samurai, whether they are a courtier, shugenja, or bushi, that she has a full daisho on her belt. She is clearly the one that wears the pants in this relationship.
As
Kuro smirks as he goes by, because he's like, "Yeah, this is family for damn sure. We're about to have a good sparring match later on."
She sees Shira. You hold yourself well. I can see that you're gravely injured, though. I'll have assistants come and help you off the horse and tend to that rather nasty wound that you are doing a fair job of hiding.
I give the best slight bow I can from up here on this horse.
You see her sort of snap her fingers, and some assistants come out from the doorway to help you and her husband off the horses. And the scorpion.
Lady Doji, he nods his head. Your husband won't talk, but I will.
Problem that my son has brought upon this household.
Oh, First, he had Ronan greet us and try to stop us on our way with the duties under the name of the Empress. Then he used a Gaijin weapon upon Captain
Eyes.
Chirakami.
Narrow. Gaijin weapon.
I have never seen anything like it.
Let's continue this conversation inside.
Very well, Lady Doji. Kisho nods and continues forward.
She waits for all of you to be dismounted. You take the Phoenix and tend to that injury. I'm assuming the rest of you can conduct business without one of your number.
I will go with my Phoenix brother, for I too am wounded.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way in that direction as well because shot.
Kisho looks to all of them who've got their battle scars, and my kimono's cut.
To be left alone with the scorpion, like old times, I feel. Husband, go with these young men. Make sure that their wounds are treated. He rather meekly sort of nods his head and follows the three bushy along with the assistants out. Guards, bring my fill of the sun with us to the courtroom. Sort of leads Kisho into the house. A rather modest size sort of meeting room. While the two Daidoji sort of guards kind of push Kaito and his bodyguard along behind. While Lord Doji and some assistants take the three of you to another wing of the house. Where there's a sort of like hot spring bathhouse type thing going on here for you to sort of clean your wounds, and you see a few of them pull out a few objects like clean cloth, some needles and thread, and a few ointments of some kind to tend to your wounds.
Akira, come here and then come close. I need you to pay attention. This is something you're going to have to learn how to do whenever you get wounded. I'll show you the basic steps. From there on, you're going to have to practice this over and over and over again until you get the fundamentals down. Tending to yourself isn't just repetition. It's practice.
Boy, sort of, he's never been in a place like this before.
And make sure you wash yourself. We do not need to bring in any more of that filth inside of this household. You understand?
He quickly nods his head. The assistants start to kind of help Shiru disrobe. Lord Doji sort of looks at you. I'll provide a replacement kimono. Unfortunately, it will not have the emblems of your clan or family, but it is in one piece and in good condition. He sort of motions for an assistant to go fetch a replacement kimono for Shiru, while the assistants start to kind of help wash your wounds, all three of you. Kurokami, as you sort of remove your kimono, you can see the hole kind of just off in your shoulder that the Gaijin weapon has made. You can see the sort of scorch marks, even like the burning underneath the kimono from where the hot ball of lead has sort of went through.
Do I see this?
Yeah, it's cleanly went through. So you can see the exit hole at the back is a little larger than the wound front.
Did he shoot you with thunder? They have weapons such as that? I've never seen such things on a battlefield. Interesting.
Look what they do to mimic a fraction of power.
I thought you were gonna say, look what they do to bitch, get a faction of a god's power, and I was gonna have a comeback for that, but you said of our power. I was like, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
I kind of wincingly move towards the big steam bath. Offer my comrade Sheba some assistance in. He looks pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm basically just giving myself to whatever's happening right now. Just like do what you gotta do,
Just
Well,
looking like
because I'm
Roku.
hurting.
While you've got this like hole through your shoulder on both ends, Sheba has a large sword wound going from like shoulder down to like hip. Where you're surprised his guts aren't really spilling out quite yet. But the aides sort of, one of them hands you a bottle of sake. My lord, you may wish to take a drink of this.
I am all over that.
I was gonna say I don't take the cups. I just hand him the whole bottle.
Yeah, I'm just taking the bottle.
Um,
I'm looking. Go, 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 chug it, go, chug it.
Lord Doji sort of bows apologetically. Unfortunately, we do not have the service of Ishigenja within the household to tend to these wounds in a more pleasant manner. But the assistants here are all trained in some of the healing arts. With that, like one of the assistants puts his arms firmly on Shiru's shoulders, while the other one pierces your flesh with a needle and starts to sort of stitch up. While a third hands you a fresh bottle of sake once you've sort of downed the first one.
Yep.
The other
Magnificent.
assistants just sort of clean the wound that you've got. They don't seem quite sure how to tend to the gaijin injury, but they put some ointments and stuff on it as if they were tending a burn, and then sort of bandage it up. The process is a lot quicker for Kurokami than it is Shiru. Let's see how much they heal you guys for. So, Kurokami, 8 wounds back. And Shiru, 6 wounds back. Not great, but it's mundane healing. And it's better than where you're currently sitting.
I mean, I'm no longer crippled. I am injured.
Do any of my wounds get set back? Because I am on.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I had got cut by the turtle.
Yep.
Crab.
Okay. Then they'll tend to your wounds as well.
Pay close attention, Akira. For you see, my comrade was hurt. He has need of sake. But look at me. You must understand that we must take these wounds with great pleasure. For when we take a life, we must also be prepared for our own life to be taken, which is why I deal with the pain. It hurts. It hurts very well. It hurts very much. But I need you to look at me. I need you to understand that this
Our
is
boy's gonna be
the way of
traumatized.
living now. Like I'm just looking at the kid's eyes the entire time to like stitch me up. Just like, you must understand, this is our way of living now.
Kuro imparting that masochist mentality onto a child. Yep. It's not quite as good as the healing you received in the brothel. But you recover 4 wounds.
Oh, I'm full.
4 wounds.
Got you. I'm down to 6 now.
Yeah, as they sort of clean and bandage the cut that you've got. healing. You'll naturally heal over time. Now bring the page up for that. When you every night's rest, you recover an amount of wounds equal to twice your stamina, right? Plus your insight rank. And you can be treated further every day for your injuries.
Nice.
But you can only benefit from the healing of a medicine roll once per day.
Got you. I should have rolled for my own medicine roll.
But while you guys are being tended to by the rather depressed looking Lord Doji and the assistants in the courtroom, meeting room, Lady Doji sort of motions for Kisho to sort of take a seat.
Kisho does without question. He nods and takes a seat.
She kneels across from you. While the two bodyguards kind of stand at either side of Kaito and his bodyguard kind of behind you. And let's continue our conversation.
Oh yeah. Kisho goes through everything from the moment they arrived, the confrontation there, the walk through the red light district, being led there. Just Kaito's just thumbing his nose at everything. He allays everything that happened out to her.
Sort of nods her head, listening. There's like zero surprise on her face. It's like she kind of expected this. She kind of looks past you towards Kaito. This boy is why me and your father had originally chosen another to take charge of this city. You, by happenstance, came into that position when our adopted son's position in life moved up beyond the station of a simple administrator. Kaito kind of lowers his head. Clearly not the first time he's heard this. There's a few things there that by imperial law are punishable by death. Having a gaijin weapon, interfering with the duties of Emerald Magistrate, and even just the shame that you have brought upon the Crane clan and your immediate family. Your father may love you, Kaito. Makes me wish I had married into another clan.
Kuro just like picks up in the bathhouse, just like
Someone's
I
been
feel-
shamed.
I feel there's blood here. This is dangerous. I sense danger. I think my mom is home.
My Scorpion friend. May I have your name so I can speak to you as an equal?
Yes, Lady Doji, my name is Bayoshu Kisho.
Then, Lord Bayushi, I assume that my soft-hearted husband did not approach you about sparing this boy's life.
No, I had actually asked for his life. The place we were, and he instructed that we were to come here.
No doubt, so he could try and soften one of you up on the journey here to try and spare the boy. But it's just me and you and these two loyal samurai in this room. She says it not even acknowledging her son or his bodyguard as actual people. You're an Emerald Magistrate, although you seem quite young. Newly appointed to the position by our new Emerald Champion, Aston.
He nods.
And this will be the first of presumably many times where you'll have to play the role of judge and jury. And one of your companions may even have to act as executioner.
Dibs.
Are you 100% sure that death is what you want for the boy?
It is.
And no flowered words can change your opinion on this?
They cannot, Lady Doji.
Sort of looks to her son. And then Kaito, how do you wish your life to end? By your own blade, or that of another's? Kaito sort of dropped his knees, blubbering like a child. Mother, you can't you can't be serious. I'm your only son. You can't. Please, mother. I'll change my ways. I'll stop drinking and going to brothels. I'll reclaim my honor. Can't even take your judgment honorably, boy. I should have had daughters instead.
Dear God.
Lion women do not grovel on their knees crying for mercy. The boy won't pick Lord Bayashi as an Emerald Magistrate. You choose his fate.
I believe that Kakato Kurikama would like a hand in this. For he is the one that the Gaijin weapon was used upon.
The young crane duelist is one of your company.
That is
I'll
correct.
fetch for him. She sort of looks past her son towards the crab. You, Kitashi, have been my son's loyal bodyguard since he returned in the Crab Clan lands from his training. You're a samurai and a warrior. How do you wish to end your dishonor? The crab sort of lowers his head for a moment. For the chance of living, Lady Doji, I will challenge one of the Emerald Magistrate to a duel.
Cora's like, somebody's issuing a challenge. Is it me?
She head. Then the assistants are fetching the Kakita. It's a family known for their skill in dueling. He can do both honours. Saves having to sharpen multiple katana. One of the assistants sort of emerges behind her and sort of leaves the room to head to the bathhouse. Kaito is sort of sobbing, kneeling on the floor like a big child. An assistant sort of comes into the bathhouse. Lady Doji requests the presence of Lord Kakita. Lord Doji sort of perks up. She doesn't request the presence of everyone here. No, my lord. Only Lord Kakita. And he is to bring his katana.
I stand up. What for, may I ask?
You know, brother.
Kuro is taken back by the word brother. And he just looks at him. I want the crab. I tossed him. I dealt blood to him. I want the crab.
It seems that the Lady Doji feels that the dishonour has been to the Crane clan, and so the Crane amongst the Emerald Magistrates should be the one to dish out the punishment.
I will fight with your spirit.
Kuro just gives up and just splashes down into the water. Alright, Akira. He basically goes back to talking to the boy. He's showing him practical medicine.
I look to Shiru before getting out of the water, and I say a prayer for me.
Call us when it begins. I wish to watch. I want the boy to see how the blood is handled.
I'm like pretty much drunk.
The empty bottle
I
of
definitely
sake,
nod to you for sure, acknowledging your statement.
the loss of blood, the heat from the hot water, the 3 bottles of sake.
Yeah.
Shiba Shiru can't see straight.
My man, it's like I'm seeing 2 lions, 2 cranes. I see a lot of red hair mops on the floor.
So many people in this bathhouse, man.
Yeah, I get ready, dry off, get my clothes back on, no armor, and take my blade. I'm assuming that I'm meeting with him before we do the do, so I'm gonna go ahead and head that direction.
Lord Doji sort of slumps against the wall.
What is wrong, Lord? What is wrong, sir? May I ask what is troubling you in this bathhouse? As lord of the household, you should not be feeling trouble in your own home.
My lady wife seems to have already sealed her son's fate. It seems that she didn't even try to spare him.
You wish for
Maybe
your
one of
son's
the-
life, even for all that he has done?
He's young and foolish and spoiled.
What would you do then if your son has the chance to live? Discast him, send him out into the world? What? How will
Send
he
him
make
out?
up for his sins?
To be a Ronin, maybe you'll learn the hard way.
That is not
Maybe.
a way.
Maybe one of the two of you could still stop this.
He's drunk, and I am the only one here. That is one of my cousins. Your wife
Yeah.
is one of my cousins.
He like properly prostrates himself before you. Hodo-san, please lend your voice to this situation.
I do not like politics. You know of my family. We are warriors. But from one warrior to another, I will honor this. Akira, dry yourself. Robe. Now. I stand up in the bathhouse and like dry myself off. Robe up. Grab my sword. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Bows his head 3 times to you. Thank you. He sort of gets to his feet, leaving Shiru in the bathhouse with the assistant sort of around him. My lord Shiba, do you require any more sake, or maybe we can bring you some food?
I'd say, yeah, food. Food would be wonderful.
Sort of one of them disappears, and they come back with food and fresh water for you to drink.
I'm just gonna chill in here for a while.
Lord Doji sort of leads Kuro to the sort of courtroom. So Kurokami, you're sort of brought in first. And Lady Doji sort of lightly bows her head to you.
I bow in return, and I say, Lady Doji, you honor me.
You can see Kaito still sobbing, although less loudly now. On the floor, on his knees, his dyed white hair sort of wet and splayed across the floor, while his bodyguard sort of stands grim-faced and determined, in between the two Daidoji sort of warriors.
When I raise my head, I say, I made a promise to your husband that I would not bloody his floor. The courtyard, then.
Sort of gets to her feet. Sort of leads the way to a sliding door which opens into a sort of inner courtyard.
I turn to a servant and I say, Shinigami must attend. I turn to her and I say, I promise he will not make a mess of your courtyard.
I'm a lion, Lord Akita. We're no strangers to large and ferocious animals within our household.
I smile when she says that, for sure.
She sort of steps outside as a servant goes to fetch her wolf. The servant sort of passes Kuro on the way out. Lord Doji sort of leads you into the room.
Halt! I say stop. In the name of the Nakoto family.
Sort of glances towards you.
Who, the servant or Lady
Lady
Doji?
Doji.
Your husband has asked me to speak on your son's behalf. Now you must honor me as an imperial magistrate. I say as I show the coin. Well, show the token.
And here was me thinking that it would have been the Phoenix coming here to pledge for my son's life. Never once did I actually think it would be a lion.
You know how our family operates. We believe on warrior basics. We are warriors. Warriors respect warriors. Your husband is a warrior. That, I say as I point to the sniveling mess of her son, isn't a warrior. The man beside him, however, is a warrior. You, bodyguard, raise your head.
And the bodyguard sort of lifts his head.
How long have you been this man's bodyguard? Now, answer.
4 years.
Do you pledge your life for his?
Seems that we're both destined to die this day.
I didn't ask you that.
Ooh.
Do you pledge your life for his?
I will.
So be it then. Allow this man to fight for both his and your son's life. Simple duel, first blood. I don't need to use my sword. You gave that order to my comrade here. let that be the way. Let the gods shine favor upon this man, for he still believes in that sniveling, cowardly bastard who used thunder. If not, then you may duel me. I say as I look at Lady Doji.
I think you're having some connection issues, buddy.
Oh, I think I am. Oh, there we go. Yeah, everything's lagging a little bit. Yeah. Can you all hear me okay now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Better than before.
Yep, the crab sort of looks towards Kuro and then to Kurokami. I've seen you end a man's life in one blow, but the Kakika have a reputation. You wish to give me the choice of which of the two of you I would rather duel?
Yes. But it is up for Lady Doji to decide if she wants her sibling son to survive, to live to see the next sun and the stars shine at night. Your husband has asked for me to come, so I have came. I will uphold my end of the bargain. That is
She
a warrior's promise.
looks towards her husband with a slight look of disgust in her eye. Lord Bayushi, Lord Kikita, if this samurai here who is willing to shed his life not only for himself, but the disgrace of a son that I have on the floor, is that enough for the two of you?
I look to
I look at my companions and I show them. I am literally like blood angry now, so I'm looking at both of them like, try me. The moment we leave here, it's gonna be me and you. Try me.
I look to Kisho.
Kisho looks to Kuro.
No.
No.
I thought we were companions. I thought you guys could change. But I see I was wrong.
The Kaito, you've seen the glimpse of hope in his eye for a moment, just bursts into tears again. And Lord Doji just sort of slumps, head down into his shoulders. May the Kami be swift.
If you do not wish to honor this, then honor the blood that your family have for me. They have scarred my skin. Do me this honor, and I will let bygones be bygones. I will no longer look at you like the sibling snakes that you guys are. Do me this honor, I say as I get down on my knees.
Oh shit.
Do me this honor. If not, I will duel you the moment we leave this place. We will not end on friendly terms.
Whoa.
I promise you. Grant me this honor or else.
Went from respectful begging to
Aggressive begging.
to like, yeah.
I'm kind of taken aback by this. I'm very contemplative in this moment. I consider what Akoto is saying, and then I say, "It is not your blade that I fear, but the companionship that you offer that pushes me. The crab is yours, but the crane, he is mine."
Kisho nods to this.
Will be it, I say as I get up. You best pray for your son's life, for I have tried.
If Haruma loses to Lord Akodo here in a duel, then Lord Kikita, you end my son's life.
Agreed.
If Haruma manages to defeat Lord Akodo, then both of them are banished from these lands as Ronin. but they both get to live.
When I walk across the courtyard to stand on the opposite side, kind of watch what's about to begin unfolding, I stop in front of Akodo and I say, I believe in you. You will not fail me. And then we will be brothers.
We'll see after the end of the duel, for I will not hold my blade back.
Servants,
And I just push by.
bring this man his katana so that he may duel with his own blade. One of the servants sort of disappears, returns a few minutes later, with the katana that you've seen. Well, that so almost fatally wounded Shiro, and hands it to the crab, who sort of steps outside and sort of attaches it to his obi, ready to sort of duel and draw.
Akira, come here. Pay close attention to my movements. I want you to analyze everything. Don't blink. Don't miss a single movement. I want you to be able to see everything, from my steps to my breathing, for you must begin to mimic this. I then turn to the crowd. Just because I want you to live doesn't mean I will not hold back.
I have my life to fight for here. If I lose, I'm dead anyway.
Then die a warrior's death, as is the way of the samurai.
Yeah, takes a position a few steps away from you out in the courtyard. The Daidoji guard sort of drag Kaito out to watch. Lord Doji sort of shuffles out behind them, kind of stands at the doorway watching, while Lady Doji sort of stands in a sort of center position between Kuro and her son's bodyguard. Are you both ready?
Of course.
Then we shall begin. Now, someone spent channel points to give a PC +10 to initiative. They said it was for Chuck, but seeing as Chuck is probably not going to be fighting anytime soon.
Not if Kisho can help it.
I am wondering if we give it to Kuro instead.
I'd be fine with that.
Yep. Cool. Then, roll your initiative and add 10 to it for me.
Roger that.
What's his initiative ring?
Oh God, I have to go select my token. The one thing I keep forgetting is selecting my token. So I have 27.
Okay. $19. That's with the +10 to it? Yeah, cool. So you are 27 to his 19. Remove all people from here that I don't need. Intense music that's on. 19. Yeah. Right. So, Aijutsu duel with this last session. Again, the first step of an Aijutsu duel is to assess your opponent. On the first round of the duel, both characters enter the assessment in front of the third duelist, which is Kuro. During the assessment phase, each participant assumes the center stance and makes an Aijutsu assessment roll. So
That goes
you
off for awareness, right?
yeah. For this step, it's awareness. Yeah. I'll roll that for him. He actually has a full-on character sheet. Aijutsu. Awareness.
I got another 17.
Okay. We got 20. Okay. So the target number is equal to 10 plus the insight rank times 5, so 15. As long as you beat 15, you are good here. So you get to determine one thing about your opponent. He kind of gets to go first here. How many void points do you, or what is your current? No, yeah, I can ask how many void points you have. How many void points do you have, Eddie?
2.
Did you not spend any during the previous fight?
No, I spent 1 the previous fight.
So you've got 1 void point remaining.
Mhm.
Okay. And you can ask about what his void rating is, reflexes, Aijutsu skill, if he has Aijutsu emphasis, what his current void points are, and what his current wound level is. You get to pick one of things and you can ask about.
What is his current reflexes?
His reflexes are 2. He is still wounded from the fight in the brothel earlier. But yeah, he's got reflexes rating of 2. Okay. None of the assessment rolls exceeded the opponent by more than 10, so no one gets an extra 1 onto the next roll. The second stage of the duel is the focus round. Both characters enter the focus stage on the initiative turn of the faster duelist again. Opponents study one another carefully, looking for any weakness. Duelists make a contested Aijutsu focus and void roll. So again, if you go into the skill for Aijutsu, the little drop down for trait, you can change that to void.
Mhm.
And then make a roll.
15.
15. 12. Okay. If one duelist beats the other roll by 5 or more, the duelist earns the right to make the first strike. He gains a free raise towards his strike roll for every additional increment of 5 by which he beats his opponent's roll. If neither duelist beats the other's roll by 5, then they simultaneously strike at the same time, so it's a karmic strike. Okay. That takes us to the next step, the strike phase. In the third round of the duel, both characters enter the strike stage on the initiative turn of the slower duelist. The dueler who won first strike makes an Aijutsu reflex attack, in which case you're both attacking at the same time. No one has any free raises. The attack is then resolved normally, including wounds being applied. A second duelist may then take an Aijutsu reflex roll assuming he's still alive. The duel is the first blood. Considered extremely dishonorable to attack after this point. In the event that neither opponent won the contested roll during the focus stage, both make their attack rolls at the same time. In a karmic strike, destiny has interfered and the cost of the duel was considered dropped by both parties. neither is the victor or defeated. This is an interesting situation for this to end in.
Well,
So,
That's fucking cool.
if you don't kill him, then this duel ends with neither party being declared the winner or loser, which means the two of them might still get to walk away from this. So, Aijutsu reflexes roll to attack.
19.
Yeah. So, his armor's been stripped from him by this point. And I'm assuming you're also armorless for a duel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you've hit him with a 19, and I'm assuming he's hit you with a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So damage roll from your katana.
Oh man, I have to add the honor damage onto this. I hope I don't kill him.
Um, 21 damage. He's done 15 damage to you.
I'm gonna use a void point to reduce that to 5.
I'm going to use a void point to reduce your damage to
11.
11. Yeah. Which means he is not dead.
Damn it.
Being a crab, he's quite a beefy boy. Yeah. Both is so. I'm going to narrate the scene for everybody involved here. The two samurai sort of center stand, so they're sort of legs spread out, hands hovering above the hilts of their katana, sort of sizing each other up for what seems like eternity. And again, more interestingly for Kurokami, being trained as a duelist, and having seen Kuro earlier where he reacted lightning quickly to that former Kakita duelist Ronin in the brothel, you might have been expecting Kuro to actually, win hands down here, especially since his opponent was already heavily wounded before coming into this. But both of them, to your surprise, draw their blades at the exact same moment and strike. Kuro sort of lands a blow across like the arm of the crab, cutting quite deeply. You can see the blood sort of bloom beneath the kimono. But you also see a bloom of blood appear on Kuro's cheek as the crab sort of slices across the face, clearly going for the kill. But both samurai are still standing. And while the crab is clearly, after the strike, has to sort of lean on his katana, and he's breathing heavily, he's still very much alive. And knowing the traditions of Rokugan and duel, it leaves us in a strange situation where no man here is considered right or wrong in this situation. Lady Doji sort of looks shocked. And you see Kaito's face sort of whiten, his eyes sort of widen.
Kuro is gonna sheathe his sword and he announces, "Divine interjection. Divine intervention just happened. Let these boys go. Let them reclaim their honor in the wastelands."
You see Kisho just burning hatred towards Kuro.
My hand goes to my
pride
katana.
happened, not divine intervention.
My hand
But
goes
it
to my
is.
katana.
What was that,
You,
Derek?
My hand goes to my katana, and I
my
start
hand
walking
goes
forward.
to mine. I'll walk straight up to you.
I walk
You
past
dare
you.
dishonor my duel? I'm stepping in front of you. You dare dishonor my duel?
I get all up in your grill and I yell, "You have dishonored me again. You are a failure. The assassin should have claimed you those years ago. That was a testament to my clan's heart, not your strength."
Lady Doji sort of looks.
Draw your
between the
blade,
two of
then.
you.
Draw your blade then. Finish what your clan started.
Magistrates, you both dishonor yourselves.
I turn my back
Whatever.
on Nakoto.
Whatever fate the kami may have for my disgrace of the sun, they've made it clear that it's not his time to die just yet. Much to my lord husband's joy, I suspect. But the laws are there for a purpose. And the fates have clearly interfered in this situation. Kaito, Katashi, you have minutes to leave this home before I decide to ignore the will of the kami. Our son sort of leaps to his feet quickly. Katashi sort of limps past the Daidoji bodyguards with his former master, and sort of both of them, as quickly as they can both go, leave.
I want to make it known to them, whether they stop to listen to me or not, that if I see them again, they're both dead men.
Neither of them acknowledges it, but they would have clearly heard you. And Lady Doji sort of nods her head, as is your right.
I turn away from Makoto and tell Shinigami to come with me and ask a servant where I'm going to be staying. My way to my room.
Come, Akira. I will show you how to set up a tent. We're not sleeping here tonight.
Lord Akodo, I assure you that nothing will harm you under my roof.
And I assure you that I'm not sleeping here tonight. Akira, come.
That is your will. Lord Bayushi, I assume that you're taking the hospitality of my home.
I will be, Lady Doji. It is appreciated.
And I'm sure my aides will ensure that your other companion has been given a soft bed for the evening.
It's much appreciated.
Me and my husband need to speak in private.
Should we go to a break?
Yeah, we can go to a break.
Break.
All right. Don't go anywhere, guys. We have a fantastic little break screen provided to us by Lost Haven Andy here, and of course a Wolves Den. So enjoy that for the few minutes. We are just going to take a quick break, freshen up our drinks, go to the bathroom and stuff, and we will be right back.
BRB.
BRB.
Back. Okay.
Got it.
Typings for.
Thanks. Ow.
I'm going to quickly nip to the toilet. I'll be back in a few seconds.
All right, I've returned. The drunken, nearly dying one has returned.
Ooh.
Hi.
Oh, the drama.
Right?
Shira's sitting in a bath, oblivious to all of it.
Cried just drunk out of his mind.
This is still one of the best sessions of gaming I've had in a long time, even though I'm not even playing.
Like,
I love
dude,
sessions like
and
this.
it's just,
Because it's just like, I don't know, it's so good.
it is.
And honestly, me not being involved is like part of the reason why things are happening this way. So I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I really think it would have been different if I wasn't so messed up.
Yeah.
Yes, that calm voice would have been there.
Right. But instead it was just not, it's just like you guys all getting into it with each other. And then we had a tie, in the duel. Like, oh my god.
That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I just got back with some water.
We're just like kind of recapping the session so far.
Oh yeah, everything is crazy right now.
This is just beautiful.
Eddie, I hope you don't take any of it personally, because I like you.
Oh no, if I did, you'll know.
Okay.
In character, baby.
Yeah, I can completely separate myself from the character.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure.
No,
everybody
I
knows
do the same. That's why I'm like, no. If you did something personal to me, you'll know.
that.
Because look. If I have a problem with somebody, I approach them about it. I'm not one of those basic ninnies. I don't go. I don't go. Yeah, so and so. No. I've been taught to. If I have a problem with somebody, go talk to them about it.
I appreciate that. Is everybody
no
back?
issue.
Webcam's back on.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, returning on the webcam. So sorry, I was killing my bottle of water.
Dude, gotta hydrate.
I'm just washing down a chocolate cake.
I'm drinking some McDonald's chocolate milk like the grown ass man I am.
Sounds
Hell
fantastic.
yeah.
I just
You get
killed a
some
bottle of
nuggies?
water,
No,
and now I'm about to drink a Truly. Don't know if you know what those are.
True Leaf tea?
No, not the tea. The hard seltzer.
Oh.
What were you saying, Will?
What was that?
Saying something?
I just commented on something.
I thought you were going to talk about
It's
your
fine.
favorite Arnie Palmies.
Oh yeah, well I'm drinking half and half. Arnold Palmer,
When we come
sponsor
back,
me, please. I've drank these my whole life.
like a smile. I can't do anything without my Arnold Palmer.
I've literally drank these my whole life. They've always been $1. I respect that. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, we saw. I
Ooh,
think
spiced
very
rum.
regularly, like 4 for 2, and people just load up.
I'm not drinking any just now, but I'm gonna have a glass after we wrap up.
After the session, got it.
Yeah, don't do that on camera.
I don't. I tend to try not to drink in DM because then Vorpal swords just start getting handed out like candy. I'm a nice drunk.
Yeah, you guys just found the Wand of Orcus.
Yeah, no, I gave them a deck of many things like 2 sessions in, and I was just hammered at the end of it.
Cursed items, everyone gets cursed items. That's me sober. Cool. Then let's get back to our high drama filled session.
All right, back in character.
Yeah. Lord, Lady Doji has asked you to leave her and her husband to talk privately. Kurokami and Kisho, you're led to rooms. Shihiru and you're oblivious to what's happened, and the assistants, like, once you've had a good enough time to soak in the bath and they double check your injury a few times, they help you out and lead you to a room for you to sleep that night. Kuro, the servant, sort of leads you out of that as your wish. To set up a tent outside of the household. The young boy is looking a little confused.
I'm a ignore what any confusion that Akira currently has and show him the proper guidance of setting up a tent. And then afterwards, I'm gonna sit him inside of the tent. I'm gonna show him how rations work. And afterwards, I'm gonna tell them about what the Cream family did and why they are not to be trusted.
Setting that seed of hatred at an early age.
Yeah. This
While the
is
mind's young.
I'm gonna make sure that this is gonna be my avatar. This is my reincarnated character down the line. When I die, my spirit just gonna flood his.
Setting up an air early on. Cool.
So,
Okay.
while we're being led to the rooms, Kisho is going to approach the servants and goes, "Can I fetch items if I pay for them?"
The servant nods their head. Of course, my lord.
I need a longbow and arrows.
A longbow and arrows.
That is correct.
Then how much is a bow? A longbow. Like a Yumi bow. 20 koku.
Oh!
Didn't know you had money like that.
No! Don't!
Mhm.
I can. I could fetch you one from the armory.
That would work.
Sort of nods his head and
20 coker.
nods his head.
What can I get for 4?
How much can you get? How much? What can you get for 4?
How much of that bow can I get? Can I get the string? Can I get the handle?
You can look at it.
You could walk in the shop for 4.
You can get the bit of wood to make it from.
You can glance at it for 4.
Yeah. He'll bow and disappear to go fetch you the Yumi from the armory. And some arrows. You've been given rooms sort of like near each other. Like pretty much next door to one another. So Kurokami or Shiru, if they're actively listening to what's going on, might even hear you request the bow.
Oh no, he's not being quiet about it.
Then yeah, Kurokami, Shiru, even in your drunk state, you can hear Kisho, the man, asking this servant to go fetch him a bow.
I guess I will stop what I'm doing and kind of turn to see what exactly is going to be happening.
The assistant comes back. Maybe at 15, 20 minutes later, with this Yumi and a quiver of arrows. What is the blue and red timer?
Oh, it's
On this-
basketball. Sorry, do you want me to get rid of it?
No, it's fine. Thought you were asking people aside with either you or.
Nope, not at all. Eddie's winning at basketball right now is what's happening.
Need to de-escalate the Bloods and Crips conflict. Where LAPD have failed over 40 years.
I guess I'm kind of trying to read Kisho at this point and see what I expect he's going to do with that bow.
Are we both in the hallway? Or the passageway?
Yeah, up to you. If you want to both be in the hallway.
I look at Kakita and I go, I'm going to see if I can see him from the walls. That's what I plan to do. Would you care to join me?
He'll be long gone by then.
Oh, I wasn't talking about him.
Who are you talking about?
He just walks away.
I look to Shinigami and then I look up to Shiru.
You have like a confused look on your face.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm confused as shit.
You don't know what
I'm not.
anything that's happened.
I'm not.
Because I have no clue what even happened. So I'm just gonna follow. Honestly, I would half drunkenly follow my bird bro. I'll just follow my bird bro if we're gonna like tail Kishu to see like what the hell's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So then Kisho essentially makes his way to the exterior walls of the keep and just begins looking around to see if he can find this tent.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll.
22.
It's dark by this point. It is nighttime by this point. It's already getting quite dark when you left the tea house earlier. No, you can't quite make out the tent at this time of night in the dark.
See Kisho just stands there, just seething, looking into the darkness.
Who are you looking for?
Hero is who I was looking for.
To what end?
Raging animals deserve a swift death.
God damn it.
Right? I was so close to making that shot. Oh wait, no, you're not talking about basketball.
I say, while I agree with that sentiment, to put an end to Akodo would be dishonorable, and this I cannot abide. He is a warrior, though he may be a brash one and act against our best interests. He listens to you. You can attempt to make him mature. See that the world is not just black and white.
Shiru, you're probably sobering up a little bit to this discussion about killing one of your fellow Emerald Magistrate.
Yeah, so I'd like put my hand on Kakita's shoulder, and I say, couldn't couldn't have said it better myself. And I'm obviously like, it hurts to like talk.
I look to Shinigami to see how the wolf is taking all this.
You can see the wolf just sort of peering out over the sort of fields outside the keep. Seemingly sort of in his own moment.
We were sent here for a purpose. Shinigami's right. That purpose has to come first. We were sent here to clean up this empire, ensure that the Empress's will is done, that titles and heirs are not misused. We will hunt down the dishonored Crane, and then we will go where we must.
Kisho nods and throws the bow over his shoulder. Very well.
Shiru?
Although the Crane is very dishonorable, our duties take us across the sea to the islands. The Kami have already made their decision on their fate. Let them be Ronin, let them wander and try to find their place among the Empire. There'll be no problem to these people here anymore.
Damn.
Well, you make a good point.
I'm assuming I would have at least been told about what happened
Oh yeah, no, I would have filled you in on
our
the walk.
on our walk over. Yeah,
Yeah, caught you up on the walk to the wall, yeah.
yeah. So taking all that in, I would, yeah. I'm basically just reminding that we have other stuff to do. We don't need to be hunting down two Ronin who are already dishonorable.
You speak truth. To attempt otherwise would make me no more foresightful than the lion. Still kind of casting shade. Yeah. Okay.
And I looked at both of you and I'm like, can we return? I require rest.
Let us get you to bed.
I'm sorry, I just looked over at the stream and I saw somebody yeet themselves into the bottom of the basket.
I tried. I was like, yeah, I could go. I was like, I could go straight up and come right back down.
In the
Anyway.
tent, Kuro, you've settled down for the night. Akira has fallen asleep, but as the young boy sleeps, he sort of whimpers and rolls around, thrashes around quite a bit in sleep. Clearly, for such a young child, he's not had a particularly easy life.
I'm just looking at him. I put my blanket over him. I sit there, just sitting, sleeping, in a seated position as I watch over him.
The night sort of rolls in uneventfully for everyone involved. You all recover an amount of wounds equal to your stamina stat times 2, and then add your rank to it, and everyone should be rank 1. So your stamina times 2 plus 1, that's how many wounds you recover from night's rest.
Stamina times 2, so that's 12.
Times 2 plus 1.
Wait, no.
you said.
Yeah.
Stamina is 3, so times 2, that's 6. Okay, 5. As soon as I wake up, I want to finish bandaging myself. I want to reapply my bandages, so I want to make a medicine roll on that.
Yep.
Because I took that ability. Somebody had to take care. You can't be battle hungry if you don't take care of yourself. Where is it? Medicine.
I want somebody.
Apparently, I did not take medicine.
I want somebody in chat, maybe the mods, to put up a counter for every time that the word honor is mentioned.
What was that?
I was saying,
An
I want,
honor counter.
yeah, I want a mod
I
to
don't
put up a list somewhere, just so keeping
Every
track.
time Eddie says the word honor, bing, bing.
Eddie counts for 2. Eddie counts for
Love you.
2.
Oh, Eddie counts for two.
Hey, Wolfie, can we get an honor counter?
That'd be glorious.
Start it now, that way we can see where it is in a year.
Cool. Yeah, you guys all wake up in the morning feeling maybe a little bit better. I'm not sure what everyone's stamina stat is like, but probably going to be a little bit better. That's me probably being quite
Yeah.
generous.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
My paper
I'm
gets
I'm at
good.
5. I'm at 5. So that's why I'm trying to like rebandage up.
Five's not too bad.
My paper cuts
regained
a little
5.
bit short, but I'll be okay.
Oh, you're
Provided
playing
you don't
19.
get another fight today, you should be good. Yeah, the Lord and Lady Doji's assistants will come and redress your bandages for you, Shiro. Since you're the most heavily wounded.
Yeah, am I gonna heal more from that at all?
Yeah, you can recover on another 9 wounds.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
Still have
Cut you
10. Let's
hard.
go.
10's
I'm
not bad.
technically healthy.
Yeah, 10's still workable.
Yeah.
Genkoi gave Shiru a 1 key 1 for his recovery roll.
Medicinal, okay, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, cool. So Eddie, if you go into your sheet, into skills, and just temporary in medicine, where it says roll plus keep, just put a 1 and the 1 in there, and then make the roll and then take it off again.
Okay. 1 keep 1.
Yeah.
Why did it go to 7? Oops. So, oop. I got an 18.
18. Let me quickly double check with the healing skill.
You know, this truly is not bad. They was passing these things out like candy at the convention. That's why I have a bunch of them in my car.
Bunch of what?
Trulies and okay, so look, when I was in anime,
Truly. Like the Truly
Yeah.
hot seltzer? Yeah, those are good.
so when I was in Anime Week in Atlanta, there was these guys just walking around passing out beer, booze, alcohol. I have a cooler filled with alcohol in my car. Let me say it like that.
Wow.
Then yeah, Eddie, you can roll 1d10 essentially, and that's how many wounds you'll recover.
Nice. Ooh, 7. I'm fully healed up.
Cool. With the help of Akira, your new little assistant child, you sort of take care of the last of your injuries from the previous day. And you feel pretty good. You're bandaged up here and there, but you're feeling pretty much as good as new. Your companions in the keep are still probably feeling a little bit rough, but
You learn well, child. That's good. Now, get outside the tent. 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups. No breakfast until you finish them.
Cool. He's doing exercises for the next little while. The three of you. Lady Doji greets you. You can't seem to see Lord Doji anywhere. My lords, how did you sleep?
Very well. Thank you.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Thank you for the sub, Drabs. Sure appreciate that, buddy.
Uncle. You You all slept well, I hope.
I actually slept pretty good. I'm back down to 1 wound, so I say you have a fine house.
Lord Sheba, you're looking in much better health than you were when you arrived yesterday.
Yes, for certain. Thank you for your hospitalities. And I give a much more confident bow than the last time.
And Lord Bayushi, always a pleasure to have a scorpion within one's roof.
He bows far deeply than anybody has seen him bow to anybody yet.
And I suspect that my kinsman, Lord Okodo, may have not slept as well, but he should be safe, at least. May I ask, where does your journey now take you, Emerald Magistrates?
To the Mantis Isles.
Okay. What you told me yesterday about my son preventing ships leaving, hopefully that is no longer the case.
The gods saw fit to spare him. We have more important matters to attend to than to Ronin, I say, looking to Shiro and kind of faintly smiling.
Seems that the Empire has a Gaijin problem. Always knew it was an error that the Empress allowed the Mantis to trade with them. Untrustworthy people.
You believe that corruption has set into the heart of these isles.
The Empire sat with an empty throne for a number of years. May the Kami bless all of you in your journey, including Lord Okodo.
Yes.
I apologize, but my husband is not here to see you off.
I've been kind of dominating the
Kill-
conversation, so I wanted to let you guys have an opportunity to talk.
Did she kill her husband?
Just a few smacks.
I say, why does your husband not join us?
He is feeling a little ill today.
Well, we'll certainly hope for his health. And I give a small bow, and I'm pretty much like done here, basically.
Keisho is boarded up and is ready to go.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, Keisho he's ready to go. He's not in the Lady Doji. And he's focused and ready to be rid of this city.
Kami bless you. Safe journeys. She sort of leads you out of her home.
When they're coming out, I want to be showing Akira to how to wield a katana, because I have 2 katanas. I have two katanas. A Wakasashi. Don't look at me like that. A Naginata, and then I have unarmed skills. So I want to use. Yeah, I would just want to use my spare katana. It should start showing him how to wield it, how to move with it, how to carry it, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Ooh, look, he's probably a little apprehensive about using a katana. After all, it is the symbol of a samurai.
Yeah, so
the heart of a samurai.
we all see him giving a katana to a child, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to him. I am training him. I'm literally behind this child. Like, here's how you move with it. This is
So-
how you, come on.
Is he got the a katana, or are you making him do it with a stick?
More so with a stick.
Okay.
While I have the katana in my hand, just like,
Yeah.
come on, here's how we do it. Left, right, back, and stuff. Now we're gonna do it, rep, like that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
you-
don't give a sword to a child.
Teach
I'll
him.
give I'm gonna give him a sword later down the road. He's gonna have a weapon.
Yeah, you're showing him some like basic, like really simple sword kata. He's as clumsy as you'd expect that an 11-year-old to be with it.
No, child. It's not just about force. It's also about fluidity. You must flow with the power, not have the power flow with the force.
You just do what my old karate sensei did and like whack him with a stick to get him in the right stand.
Yep.
But yeah, like the three of you when you leave the castle, see Kuro training this peasant boy in swordsmanship. You well know that your other Emerald Magistrate, Kitsuki Sho, the dragon, probably left during the night. Maybe to go and follow after the two new Ronin in the world, but you take note that Sho has disappeared.
Kisho will ride up to Kuro and just stop short of probably about 10-15 feet.
You're not keeping the horses.
Aww, man! So then I'll walk over there, I guess, like a peasant. They take back the bow too?
Well, they didn't know that you took them both.
Oh well, then I didn't give it back. So I got a bow now.
Just ninja
So
things.
lucky that you've already got low honor.
So
double-
he'll stop about 10-15 feet away from. We're down one. The dragon left in the night.
You're good.
Move, stick your left foot out more. Swing harder. Focus when you breathe. Breathe in when you breathe in when you raise up. Breathe out as you release the stroke of your sword.
Seeing what Kuro is doing here, I say to Kisho and to Shiru, it appears that our brash nature was too much for the wisdom of the monastery dweller. He went out in search of justice. Of this I have little doubt.
Well, we must attend to our actual meeting, our actual mission.
You recall that Kaito wanted you to make an example of someone on his behalf. It was one of the things he kind of suggested that you could do for him to get you a ship. One person that was brave enough to ignore the sort of ban that he put on the docks.
It was a mantis, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, didn't mean to interrupt people. Just thought, like, as you're leaving, it'd probably be a good time for you to remember. that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, we should get on our way. So
Then yeah, you guys are already packed up and ready to go.
Oh no, I'm not.
Kuro's not.
No, we're still training.
You catch up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking.
Yep.
Yeah.
After they're about 15 minutes far, that's when we'll pack up and start heading out. So about 20 minutes behind them.
Cool. The walk back to the town is obviously a lot longer on foot than it was on horseback.
Yep.
But yeah, you eventually end up back in the city. Nothing really seems to have changed much. There's no sudden change in mood or atmosphere of the townsfolk. As you go down to the docks, you still see that there are no boats or ships out at sea.
Like none at all?
Yeah, they're all in at dock.
I'm not at the docks. Me and Akira are getting yakisoba. I am staying far away from them right now.
As we're at the docks, are we still seeing a lot of presence of Ronins and Gaijin at the docks?
There's lots of Ronin, Phil, and those sort of Yakuza-looking
Yeah.
bugs.
What do you make of this?
I believe we still need to clear this city before we move on. Or at the very least, the docks. And then look into this Mantis situation. If he was on the wrong side of Kaito, I'm going to assume he's actually not that bad of a person.
Yeah.
I believe we should look for that person first.
Yeah, you can start asking questions about that person if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So that is
That'd be an investigation.
investigation, yeah.
25.
Nice.
You find that a lot of the townspeople aren't willing to talk. If you mentioned that you're looking for a Mantis sailor who ignored Doji Kaito's instruction not to set sail, most of them sort of clam up.
Yep.
But eventually, you find some people who they're when you ask the question, they're like, You're one of the Emerald Magistrates who put Doji Kaito to justice."
That is correct.
Then we know who you're looking for. She makes dock a few miles south of the city, on the beach.
Thank you for that information. It is appreciated.
Most welcome, my lord. Being unable to leave the docks, it's hard to make a living for our families. So we're just happy to see that not all samurai are wishing to see us poor peasants suffer.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is he saying that they're still not allowed to leave the docks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. So Kisho will bring this information back to Shio and Kokuruma and let them know.
Cool. Yeah. Head back to them and tell them what the peasant told you.
Wonder who gave that order.
Wasn't that order from Kaito, or is it not from Kaito? That was my understanding. It was Kaito holding everything up.
As far as you were aware, it was his order.
Where's his father? I'm more asking my homies.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe we should ask where this order's coming from now that we've removed the problem. Where's the holdup?
Agreed. So, but the also. Is there any actual crane presence at the docks?
So the city is quite an important trade hub. There are samurai of multiple clans throughout the city. Prominently Crane, Crab, and a few Mantis. But a few of them might be bushy, but they're like bodyguards and things like that, and none of them are of particularly high standing. Like, you're all fairly young samurai amongst your respective clans.
Yeah.
But you are samurai who are fated to have a good, become something. There are a number of lesser clan samurai within the city.
Do I come across any scorpions?
Not unless they would want you to find them.
Okay. Or even, I guess, more specifically, even in the red light district, did I notice any geisha that might have had any affiliation printed on them?
The Scorpion clan have, informants all over the Empire. So it is possible that you might be able to find a clan.
Would that be another investigation roll?
That would be another investigation roll. Quite a difficult one.
You can do it.
F it.
Do it.
26.
Okay, yep. 26 is good.
Nice.
You maybe slip away from your companions again. For most samurai, it's to be seen in an area like the Red Light District.
Yep. Big no.
But for you, people already kind of consider you in low regard, so it doesn't mean too much to your reputation.
Yeah.
You sort of disappear back to the Red Light District. And after a while, looking for maybe graffiti or tattoos and things like that, you come across a young lady who has some interesting scorpion-like subtle tattoos that you only really notice once she has had a few moments to speak to try and get your patronage.
Oh yeah, he'll at least superficially take her up on the offer.
Yep. She'll lead you in. It's a less fancy establishment than the tea house that you were in the night before. Can I get a quick wits and investigation roll from you before you enter?
Yep. 29.
9. As you're entering the brothel, you see a number of Ronin that you recognise from the group that came and fetched you from the dock the day before. They haven't noticed you yet.
Okay.
As you're sort of going inside this brothel.
They haven't noticed?
They've not noticed you, no.
Okay.
But yeah, that's Lady of the Night leads you inside
Yep.
a private room.
And once we get to the private room, I'll give her a single Kura and like, I need information on the docks. What have you seen? What have you heard? Who's actually issued this mandate? Who's in control in this city?
My lords, it is your humble servant's honor to provide such a service. While in name, the Lord Doji rules over the city, and his son made a great show of being the one in charge. It is in fact the Yoshimura who make a lot of the decisions within the city. I believe last night you had the honor of meeting the leader of the Yoshimura, of the Happy Village, as you know the term means. If all of her servants were happy, then maybe the city would be in a better place, my lord.
Young lady.
You're quite mine, my lord. I didn't even have to speak a name.
That makes sense.
She plied the young Lord Doji with women, alcohol, gaijin coin and toys to make the coming and going of gaijin sailors in the evenings less noticeable. It's, I believe, by imperial law that only ports within the islands of the Mantis are allowed to trade with gaijin ships, and so she made it her business to undermine those laws, my humble lord.
Hmm. Then I believe we're making it our business to make sure she is no longer a problem for the city.
And that would be beneficial to many of the businesses in this part of the city. And elsewhere, I suppose.
I thank you for your time and your knowledge. And he bows.
Bows to you. And she leads you back out, sort of giggling coyly into the sleeve of her kimono. And like before she steps out, she sort of pinches her cheeks to make them kind of flush. Ah, my lord, you're so excellent. I should have expected that one such as yourself would have been the finest of companions for this afternoon. She sort of leads you to the door and beckons you to come back again in the future. Down at the docks or near the docks, Shira, Kurokami, you probably maybe have caught glimpses of Kuro, his boy Akira, having some yakisoba. Clearly trying to keep his distance from you at the moment. You notice that there are a number of rough-looking individuals paying you attention, but unlike the first time you were here, they've learned that it's maybe not in their best interest to directly confront any of you. But you are most definitely being watched, and not subtly.
Am I being watched as well?
Yeah, you're being watched as well.
Akira, you must stay close. Do not leave my side, not even for a moment. You understand?
Yes, my lord. He grips his stick really hard.
Good. Now eat. Eat.
Using chopsticks with like one hand, eating like he's never been fed before. Yeah.
Slow down, boy. Nobody's gonna take it from you. And if somebody
While
tries, tell me.
while Kisho is away doing whatever business it is Kisho is doing in the red light district, and Kuro is having food with his new dependent. What are Kurokami and Shiro doing?
So, would there be somewhere I could get my kimono taken care of? My original one?
Yep. Find a seamstress or something like that to maybe at least remove your clan mon from the old one, so that they can attach it to the new one.
Yeah.
And they'll try their best to repair your old one as well. But yeah, you can find one. It doesn't cost you too much. I'm just going to simplify the coin system in L5R to be 10 koku, ikuwa, whatever. Need to find the coinage. So it is koku. There's a gold coin.
Are you looking
What
for
the
smaller
other ones are.
denominations?
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure. I wasn't sure. Bobby.
It tells you in equipment. Yeah. So BU are silver coins, and I think Seni are copper.
Hmm.
I'm going to simplify it. I think it's something like in the book, it's something like 100 Seni make a boo, so 100 copper coins make one silver.
Yeah.
But only something like 5 boo actually make a koku. But to repair your kimono costs you 2 boo, 2 silver coins. So if you pay the seamstress, they will give you 3 silver coins, 3 boo back.
Okay.
So I'm writing this down just to make sure I understand it. 1 koku is equal to 5 silver, which is equal to 100 copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much I started with as far as koku goes.
5, and then the Emerald Champion gave you 3 more to
Okay.
go on your journey with.
I will take care of it.
I got it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe like the seamstress is quite quick and skilled in her work. You might even sit and watch her. It's almost therapeutic to watch how skillful she is. She clearly is an expert in her field. Kurokami.
Yeah, I guess I'll have mine taken care of too because I did get shot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The scorch marks taken out. And that's gonna be 2 silver coins.
Yeah. While the two of you are in this sort of seamstress shop, like a young sort of urchin type boy sort of comes in. He sort of bows to the two of you. My lords, I have a note for you. He pulls out this tiny little scroll.
I guess I'll take it.
You can see that there's a small seal on it with it's not a Mantis clan symbol. It is it's the right chain. a centipede symbol that is on it.
Oh.
What do we know of the centipedes?
Off the top of your head, that they bear a minor clan, the Moshi family. But when the Mantis clan were given great clan status by the new emperors, a number of minor clans joined with them to form as a great clan, and that the families of those smaller clans now form the four main families of the Mantis clan, and that the Moshi, the former Centipede clan, are one of those families.
I don't know what their like specialization is or anything.
They are. I think they're normally a Shigenja family within the clan, as are the Kitsune family. The Fox clan are also Shigenja. But you also know that the Centipede clan are matriarchal as well.
I thumb open the seal and unscroll it to read it, and I'll read it out loud.
It simply reads that if the Emerald Magistrate are needing help to reach the Mantis Islands, then you'll find me docked south of the river.
What do you make of this?
That be the person the people spoke about that docked south? The one that went against the Lord here?
It may very well be. I hold the note out to Shinigami to get a good whiff of it.
Yeah, he sort of takes a sniff of it. Yeah.
He will know when we are
Makes a-
close.
A noise to show that he's, taking the smell in. The smell is kind of... It's hard not to sort of notice yourself. There's a sort of sea salty smell to it, but also there's an underlying perfumey smell to the note.
I look to my Phoenix bird bro and I say, I trust that whatever wiles are intended to be turned against us, your faithfulness will not be swayed.
Of course. And I just give a slight bow. I like bowing to everybody, as you guys have seen already. And yeah, I mean, we should meet with them if they are honorable at all. Maybe we can have an ally against the perils we'll face here.
And if not, we will need strong sword arms. And I look out of the seamstress down the street to the yakisoba shop that Akodo is in.
I look around. Somebody looking at me. Who the fuck is looking at me? And Kira, stop gobbling down your food. Eat slow. Nobody's gonna take it from you.
I'd say we could start walking down towards where they're eating, and on the way, I just would say, make sure to treat the boy with respect. I have a feeling that it'll bring Akodo-san much maturity in that boy's training.
My bark of a laughter busts out, and I go, fatherhood. It changes a man indeed.
Yeah. The seamstress hands back both of your kimonos once they're done, clean, with your clan and family mons presented upon them. She presents them with a bow as if she was giving you a gift. By the point that you are sort of getting those back on and stepping out of the seamstress shop, it's about the same time that Bayushi Kisho is coming back from the red light district. The three of you are presented with the challenge of, having to go and speak to Kodo Kuro and let him know what the plan is.
Do we collect our lion friend or leave him to eat?
You say that. You say that. You say that.
Oh, man, the only clan more stubborn than the lion is a crab.
I think that if this is a trap, I'd rather have him.
Most certainly. Would go up to the front of this place that they're eating in and try to get his attention just by standing there.
You,
In plain view.
You feel Akira tug on your kimono sleeve, Kuro.
What is it, boy? Boy. I feel like
God of War.
Master Shiba.
Yeah, God of War.
Master Shiba wishes for your attention.
I look at him, eat my noodles.
I just do a polite hand gesture motion of let's go type of thing.
I gesture to my bowl and tell you to come here.
I definitely will just not move. Just stare at him.
I'm staring at you as I eat my food.
That's fine. I'll stare at you the whole time.
Once I finish the first one, I raise my hand up for two, and I wait for him to bring me a second bowl.
As soon as the second bowl would hit the table, I would just start walking away.
I turn back. He didn't need it. I turned back to Akira. He didn't want anything. Nothing important, at least.
And then
he'll come inside.
I say to my friends, well, it seems he still needs some time.
I'd rather not fight on an empty stomach.
Okay.
God damn it, don't you come in here.
I kind of knowing that maybe he needs some time away from Kikita, I'm like, well, maybe we should find somewhere else to eat. I think he needs time away from us.
Yeah, you stay away from my recommended yakisoba shop. Go get some shitty secondhand yakisoba.
Is there another shop that's close by that might have some good smelling food that we might have seen before?
Plenty of seafoody type stalls along the waterfront.
They have yakitori.
Yeah, yakitori, sushi places, whatever.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Will.
No, I would say, I'm feeling sushi myself.
It's some of that kimchi, it's not all Japanese here in Rokugan.
True.
And
hamburger.
I try to get the group to come with me away from this place.
Keisha follows.
Yeah, Akira is sort of looking up at Kuro.
What boy?
They might need you.
They don't. If they needed me, they'll come inside.
From what I've learned of Samurai Master is sometimes they're not good at asking for help.
Oh shit, that was good.
Akira, let me tell you something. For I wish for you to soon join my ranks in swords. I'm going to raise you. I want you to listen well. I don't want you to see me as master to student. I want you to see me as father to son. I will consider you my firstborn. And for that to happen, I need you to understand that where I am coming from that you must go ahead and adopt the lion mentality. Lions do not move when others want us to. We move when we need to, when we have to, when we want to. We move for battle, we move for glory, and we move for combat. We do not move for social interactions. We do not move for somebody else's bidding. Lions are loyal. I will be loyal to you till the day I die, as long as you're loyal to me till the day I die. Till the day you die. Do you understand?
He nods.
Good.
Master
That means
Akodo.
Master, what did I just say? It's father.
Father Akodo.
Now eat. We must get some meat on the bone, for you have lots of training to do. Tomorrow you're going to be running 5 miles.
Kid's
Yeah.
dead on day 2.
Let this be your first act of disappointment.
Sort of bows his head. As you wish. Eats his food.
I'm not gonna have my own child talk me and try to protect you guys. No, fuck you guys. I'm gonna instill all my hate, hopes, and dreams upon this child.
You're gonna ruin him.
You guys go to another food establishment to eat.
After me and Akira finish eating, we're gonna go find the old man by the docks where we first had the fight at.
So yeah, you'll probably finish eating at a similar time. You might even bump into each other in the middle of the street.
I look
Yeah,
to
it's
the
probably-
child and I kind of take the measure of him for the first time. I've pretty much ignored him up to this point, but I consider what Shiru said, and I say, "Are you off to slay a dragon with that stick?" Or Oni. I would say Oni.
I push the child closer to me. Do not worry about him. Do not speak to my child. You speak to me if you want to address him.
Keisha just walks by. I hope your brashness doesn't get him killed. And keeps walking.
Hopefully, your rashness won't get you killed, considering you don't wield a sword that well.
We'll see.
We damn well.
We are going to do our duty. Will you shirk
So
your
am I.
responsibility as an Emerald Magistrate?
I'm not shirking my duties at all. I'm already going to talk to somebody. I have a lead.
I have a better one.
We'll see.
Shinigami,
Embers.
stop licking the child.
Akira,
Child's
stop
head is
playing
in the
with
wolf's
dog.
mouth.
Akira, stop playing with the dog. I have things to do.
But he's a good boy, Daddy.
The boy sort of pats the end of the stick like it was the hilt of a katana, and like bows to the 3 other samurai.
Good, you're learning. I'm proud of you. I ruffle his head. Come on, we have a person to talk to, a person of interest, a person who knows something. I say straightening those words very heavily.
What he's going to do is he's going to wait for the 3 of you to leave and then follow you.
So I go to the child and give a very deep bow, and then do that same little ruffle the other one did, and I just say, keep your stick close. Of all things, he'll definitely train you well, but remember that you cannot
Oh.
only be a warrior. You must be much more than that to be honorable.
Do not be saying unnecessary things to my child. He'll be honorable. He'll be an honorable warrior, just like me.
He'll die in a pool of his own blood.
And you'll die choking on your family's misgrievances.
You first.
You first.
And I said, I seeing this, I'm like, we shall take our leave. And I bow once again to the child and not to Akoto.
I do
Kisho's
bow to the
already
child.
like
Turn.
half a
He's
mile down the road.
Yep, he's just he said
And I
his
turn-
piece and he's going.
I
And
do
turn
bow.
to leave to catch up to Kisho.
Yeah, I do bow to the child, and then I turn as well.
Come on, boy. You're just jealous of my strength in battle.
And we split the party.
Yeah, first party split. Let's get it.
I think they might be in danger.
Akira, look at me. The only person in danger right now is them. Come, let us go talk to this old man. And remember, stick close to me. For I promise you, if you get taken in battle, I will finish the enemies first before focusing on rescuing you. You must have a warrior's heart. You must be prepared to fight to the end. I will come for you once I finish with the enemies. So that means stay by me. Do not get caught.
Forgot about the
My,
old
fa-
man.
my father taught me this. My mother taught me this. This is a family tradition. I have been taken into battle since the age of 10. You will understand soon enough.
And he sort of follows along behind you to the old man that you're going to see. The three other samurai head south to the river, which I'll ping on the map. Which is here. Sort of north of the Daidoji estates. To meet this ship. So, as Akodo Kuro reaches the dock where you met the old man in the first session, what you see there, mounted upon the prow of the ship, is the head of an old man.
No!
Shit.
And to jump to the other group of the party,
No!
three of you cross the river, the opposite sort of side of the city, where you see a ship sort of moored on the beach. And Kurokami, at the front of the ship, sort of leaning over, issuing commands to an array of mantis samurai, is a young woman with extremely striking features. And you see the black muzzle and paws of a wolf sort of hanging over the edge of the boat next to her. And we're going to end there, this session.
You can just hear my wails coming from the other side. No!
Oh,
Holy shit, Andy, you are just the king of cliffhangers,
Oh,
man.
No!
Oh my god, that was beautiful, Andy. Like,
oh
Jesus
my god.
Christ. That was,
Not the old man. I
guys,
invited him.
that was great. God,
Wow.
Not the old man.
Holy shit, man, that was fantastic. Oh my
He
god.
didn't even do anything. He just said good job for killing people. Not the old man.
What you get when you side against Yakuza.
He didn't do anything. He just said good job for killing.
Killing the Yakuza.
He was in the wrong place
Right.
at the wrong time to the wrong people.
Man.
And that was
Wow.
incredible, Andy. All right,
Yeah.
do we want to go through shout-outs for everybody? We'll start with Chuck.
I'll give a shout out to everybody here. Like, everybody here's got something great going on. Make sure to follow them if you're not. Like, they're all amazing people who deserve your love.
Much. That's so sweet of you, dude. Yeah, follow Chuck Does Things on Twitter. He's amazing. We love Chuck. Eddie.
I look, you guys are too kind. Okay, I need you to understand. Like, I'm not very good with expressing myself, and whenever I do express myself, it's through poetry. So I can't really put what I have to say for you guys in words right now. So first off, fuck you all. Put me on this fucking pedestal. First off, fuck you all. Second off, don't worry. I'll make sure each of you guys get a personalized poem. I have actually been doing that
I will
recently.
gladly take it.
Like, whenever you guys be doing the circles, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to. I can only say thank you because I don't know how to express myself. So I was like, you know what? I got poetry for you guys. I already got 2 of them done. I need to finish out 2 more. So also fuck you.
Poetry.
Fuck you lovingly. Okay, if that makes sense.
It does.
Gladly
It
put
does.
that on my wall. I will gladly put that on my wall.
All right, Will.
Yeah. So, real quick, I just hit affiliate on Twitch.
Yes,
which
Really?
is-
Yeah,
which
That's
is
great.
awesome. Yesterday I got the email. So my first affiliated stream will be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'm going to be going over all of the Monstober submissions. I'm just going to be looking at them, talking about them and stuff. And then I'm going to go over the encounter that me and a few other people have built to give a sneak peek into that we're going to be giving away on that stream as well. And also how you can buy it to support Extra Life charity, which raises money for kids to be able to have a more comfortable stay when they're in hospitals and things like
That's
that.
awesome.
So,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy.
Oh, shout outs. Well, yeah. I've got like four of the best players I could have asked for. Valiant was great, even though he's no longer part of the L5R stream. I'd still highly recommend that people follow him on Twitter along with
Yeah.
the rest of the guys. He didn't leave on any bad terms. It's just that online gaming wasn't really for him, and that's totally understandable. It's a bit hit or miss at times. Oh, put on the spot, man. I feel like Eddie.
Exactly. Fuck you.
Good when I've got time to think about it. Well, I'd like to give maybe a shout out to Paul, who runs your Curse of Strahd game. Ampersand D20 on Twitter. He put together a really nice advertisement rule for me for supporting your guys' streams. I know I can't watch it because obviously I'm trying to avoid spoilers for Curse of Strahd, but
Say no more. Say no more.
I was happy to kind of be involved in other ways. God, so many nice people on Twitter that I've met since starting it. I suppose last Omnitech and C Lela don't know how to pronounce. Yeah.
Clella on our Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, on Discord. They have been big inputs into the little. It kind of spiraled from just a piece of art, but we're doing like an open world building, setting making thing for Sword Chronicles, which is an amazing role playing game from Green Ronin. Very low fantasy, very gritty, and we're doing this post-apocalyptic setting that kind of emerged from a piece of art that I posted last week on Twitter. Both are there. Well, Clella is fairly new to Twitter. I jumped onto the stream that her and some other people did the other night. Stories to D4 on Twitch. They do a pretty good stream, D&D game. And Last Omnitech is the sci-fi master. I'm so jealous of that guy. His voice, his art style, the fact that he can actually write and I can't.
It's not true.
Yeah, I think that's me. Yeah, Derek.
Thanks.
I have
man.
one more thing, actually, real quick,
Go
if
ahead.
you don't mind. It's going to be announced tomorrow officially on Twitter, but on Thursday I will be on Midlife Dice's podcast
Oh,
panel
Hell yeah.
to talk about maps and how they affect basically everything D&D related. So you can catch me there
That
for a
did,
little panel.
that reminded me of something as well.
Go ahead.
I am going to be featured on Crafts and Geeks. They do like a magazine for like content creators and the tabletop RPG community. So they're doing a little page on me as an artist, which will be kind of cool. They already
That's
showed me a
awesome.
preview of the page, and it looks awesome. I used the scenic artwork that I did the other day. So they're doing a little bit on me, and that kind of came out of the blue. I wasn't really expecting that, and I'm really like kind of blown me away that they asked if I wanted to be featured.
Really
That
cool.
is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool, man. I'm so happy for you. All right. Well, for me, I'm just going to shout out everybody that's involved. All my fellow players and Andy here, all my other shows on this channel. Super grateful to everybody's continued support. We have had an unbelievably fantastic breakout month, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of y'all. You guys are kind of what make this whole thing run. I just press buttons and try to give people opportunity to do cool stuff. So
You did more than push buttons.
Give yourself credit, man. You do a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything that y'all do. I am going to be live tomorrow with Curse of Strahd, Rise of Alma at midnight, so technically at Tuesday. But I will see y'all then. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Bye, guys.
Have a great night.